My darlings, my dumplings, my babies, my lambs. I am here because I feel that I need to be, given the responses and the things that I've been seeing as of late. This being my initial YouTube video, I hope that it brings some catharsis to you, as I hope it brings some to me, especially considering the amount of upheaval that we are currently dealing with. My name is Jason Norwood, and I am coming to you on this platform because it is the medium by which I really interact socially with the world. YouTube is become my preferred medium, and so that's the method by which I'll talk to all of you all. You will see me right now, and I am in what I normally wear around the house, what I work out in, or what I was coaching wrestling in earlier today. And this is the way that I dress when I'm home. However, this is how I dress when I'm out and about. Now, why would I find the need to wear a shirt and tie and a vest when I'm going to school, when I'm going anywhere to get groceries? I'm even dressed like this to Home Depot. Well, the running gag is because that when the police shoot me, I want the body cams in the courtroom to review and say, that was a good Negro. Give his family some money. And with as much jest as I say that, I say it with all seriousness. This is the life that I have to lead. I'm a black man in the United States. I have been to war, and statistics stipulate that I'm more likely to die at the hands of a terrorist here in the United States who hates me because of the color of my skin than a terrorist over there who doesn't like me because of the uniform that I'm wearing and the flag on the right side of my shoulder. That is a very hard predicament to swallow, but that is my reality. So with all of the anger that there is because of the protests, with all of the anger that exists because of the violence that these protesters seem to be enacting on the world around them, I hope and pray that there's just as much anger for the reason that they're out there protesting. A man lost his life, and not just one man lost his life. Hundreds of us have lost our lives. Every mother of a black boy who is being responsible has had the police talk with them and told them when they interact with law enforcement, not only do they have to be on their P's and Q's, but they can't move suddenly, they can't have an off day, they can't, even though they may be being harassed, react the normal way a person would when they're being harassed. They can't do any of that. As a matter of fact, they have to take that abuse with grace and style. I have found myself prostrate on the ground in New Jersey as a 17-year-old because I was 5 miles over the speed limit. I was told that I fit the description of an individual, or at least my vehicle did, that had a weapon. And so I had several officers draw down on me as if I was going to cause them some significant trouble and I was going to kill them. I've also lived in the state of Texas and had a man in my vehicle who had a weapon, who didn't look like me, who told the police he had a weapon, and the police said they didn't care. I have spent time detained for no given reason, just because I looked the way that I did. And if you don't believe that this is the life that people like me are leading, then I want you to remember, and when I say you, I mean anybody of any skin color, remember that some of us can go bird watching without the threat of violence being brought upon us. Some of us can go jogging without the threat of violence being brought upon us. Some of us can relax in comfort in their own home without being shot or killed. Some of us can ask for help after a car crash without worrying about being shot or killed. Some of us can have a cell phone in the backyard of our grandmother's home without worrying about law enforcement mistaking it for a weapon and firing 26 times into our body. Some of us can leave a party to go home to the safety of our own home and be fine. Some of us can eat cereal in our own home and not worry about an officer shooting us, and then that very same officer utilizing the fact that she felt and feared for her life. And that's why she decided to put bullets in us in our own home and be hugged by the judge afterwards. Some people can break down on a public road with car problems and not have to worry about being killed. Some people can have a disabled vehicle and not worry about being killed. People can get a normal traffic ticket for failing to signal and not find themselves in police custody and then find themselves the very next day swinging from a bar. People can go to church without worrying about being killed. Some people can walk home with Skittles in their pockets without worrying about being killed. People can decorate for a party without worrying about being killed. People can read a book in their own car without worrying about being killed. A 10-year-old can go walking with their grandfather without worrying about being killed. People can go to church without worrying about being killed. People can hold a hairbrush while leaving their home without worrying about being killed. People can play loud music without worrying about being killed. People can play and buy CDs without worrying people killed. People can sleep without worrying about being killed. Well, people who don't look like me. People can go out in sweat clothes and not worry about the fact that what they're wearing may end up in a video that is the last thing that their children see of them as they are gunned down for no apparent reason. People don't have to put on a suit and tie to go to Home Depot because that may be the last that anybody sees of them. That is the reality for some people in this country. That is not the reality for me or anybody who looks like me. Not if that person is being reasonable or responsible. I remind you again, I went to war and I was less likely to die there from a terrorist than I am to die at home from one. Now, when you get angry about the looting, and you get angry about all the terrible things that the protesters are doing, if you're not equally angered for why they're doing it, please don't ever come talk to me. You haven't walked 5 feet in my shoes. Lord knows, not a mile.